Chargepoint price prediction and price target update. Okay guys, so this is a really important video. So if you guys haven't noticed, Switchback Energy, the SPAT that is going to do a SPAT merger with Chargepoint, the stock is down quite a bit from its 52-week high. So it's been sold off a bit, and a lot of people have basically said, oh, I'm going to sell before the merger. So guys, to give you guys an update on the merger date, I think that the merger date is December 15th, but I've seen some discrepancies and some other reports and things like that. But I took a look at the SEC prospectus, and it says by the end of the year, and it seemed like December 15th was kind of the general consensus date. But if it isn't December 15th, hopefully it will close by the end of the year. So I think a lot of people are selling off the stock, thinking that the stock will plummet, after the merger. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of reasons why that is wrong and why I have a short-term price target of around $50, and I'm going to share with you guys my long-term price target. So you guys make sure you stay tuned to this video, because you're really going to be surprised with a lot of information that I'm going to be sharing. So guys, let's get right into it. First thing is, I want to share kind of a huge catalyst that a lot of people, if you guys following anything with like global news and stuff like that, there's a pretty big event that happened over the course of this previous weekend. So I'm going to show you guys about it. So as you can see here, this is the UN. So the UN just had the 2020 Climate Ambition Summit. So to give you guys a quick recap, in 2015 in France, they had basically a summit to kind of reduce climate change, and the biggest step towards this is basically, as you can see here, to cut the carbon footprint and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So basically, to give you guys long story short, a lot of big governments and even major corporations are basically freaking out. The planet is apparently getting hotter, and climate change is a real thing. So actually the summit ended already. So as you can see here, I'll just read it quickly. It says 70 heads of states, along with regional city leaders and heads of major businesses, have delivered a raft of new measures, policies, and plans aimed at making a big dent in greenhouse gas emissions and ensuring that the warming of the planet is limited to 1.5 degrees Celsius. So what is going on here? So as you can see here, the UK announced that they will cut emissions by 68%. At least 24 countries announced new commitment strategies or plans to reduce carbon neutrality, and a number of states set out on how they are even going further with ambitious dates to reach net zero. Finland by 2035, Australia by 2040, and Sweden by 2045. So this is huge news, guys. So, everybody's been talking about the electrification of vehicles and things like that, but these conferences are major catalyst events, because it shows you how bullish a stock like Chargepoint and SBE, the switchback, the merger, is going to be. So why do I say it's going to be such a huge catalyst? Well, it's simple that whatever dates that we're reading here, these governments are going to get more aggressive. So one of the easiest, the simplest ways to kind of reduce these emissions is to get the gas guzzler, the internal combustible engine vehicles off the road. So a lot of people, I think, are being very short-sighted on Chargepoint. Remember now, Chargepoint is the largest. So let's be honest, guys, most of these summits, it's basically for developed countries. Obviously they have a few, underdeveloped countries, but we're basically talking about Europe and North America are the major players here, and then they have China as well. But basically, we're talking about North America and Europe. These are going to be the leaders in the whole clean energy, reducing carbon emissions movement. So now let's talk a little bit about the technical analysis. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the technical analysis. So a lot of people, they've sold off the stock for SBE, saying, oh, I don't want to hold the stock through the merger. And I just think that's a huge mistake. So like I said, guys, always do your own diligence and always do your own research. But I'm going to give you guys 3 really important reasons why Chargepoint, I think, will easily hit $50. And I'm going to give you guys my long-term price target. So the first thing is we're going to take a look at is just the gains. So far here, the stock is up 280%. Okay, so first off, this is a massive bullish uptrend. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to show you guys, what I'm talking about is basically, when I talk about an uptrend, I'm not talking about a stock that is like moving up like from $10 to $15. I'm talking about a stock that has hit major key levels. So first it was at $10 and then it hit 16, right? So then it kind of dipped down and then it eclipsed 30. and then it dipped back down, and then it even reached 40 and it dipped back down. So for you guys that are new to technical analysis, we're looking for repeating patterns when we're trading a stock. We're basically looking for the run up and then the run down. And these stocks, they fit a very simple cycle where there's basically an accumulation phase, a run up, a distribution phase, a run down. And as you can see here, the stock moved up, then down, then it gapped back up, then it moved back down, then it gapped back up. So a lot of people have sold here, but we haven't even seen the majority of the run, simply because a lot of people are don't even know what a special purpose acquisition company is. When they hear about switchback energy, it doesn't mean anything to them. So a lot of the people that are investing in this stock right now, guys like us, we're on the ground floor. We're aware of what's going on. We're aware of the climate change. But a lot of these kind of other investors, retail investors, and even institutional investors that won't add this stock to their mutual funds, to their ETFs and things like that. Like, I've checked a lot of different ETFs. For example, ARK Invest is one of the most well-known ETFs, guys. They have quite a few ETFs that a lot of people like to buy into. I checked all of their ETFs. They don't have switchback energy in any of them. But a lot of the companies that are in these ETFs are clean energy companies. So of course, a lot of these ARK Invest ETFs have Tesla, and they have other companies that are kind of benefiting from the movement as well, like DocuSign and things like that. So it's just completely possible that this company could run up a ton after a lot of these fund investors and a lot of these ETF managers add these stocks to their portfolio, because let's be honest now, most ETF managers, most mutual fund managers are pretty risk adverse. Their goal is to not lose a lot of money. So they're not going to add these SPATs to their portfolios simply because there's too much risk. But once the merger is complete, and then instead of saying, SBE, it says Chargepoint, that's a game changer. So I really think it's short-sighted to sell now, guys. So now what I want to talk about is I want to give you guys kind of my future price target. So I had a price target of around, to give you guys a quick update, there's going to be around 305 million shares after the merger is complete. And that right now, if we were to look at the stock price at $37, that would give us a market cap of $11 billion. But after, guys, I did a lot of research on this Climate Ambition Summit. This is a big game changer, and a lot of these governments are serious, more serious than I ever imagined. I mean, they're very adamant. Energy is over 10% of our global economy, and it's just going to be a huge problem as long as we have these carbon emissions, guys. So I have to update my price target even more. So if you guys been following my channel, at first I gave a $350 price target. That was like within the next couple of years, like 2 to 3 years, $350. That's basically about 10x from here. And then I said Chargepoint could actually do $1,000 per share, right? So I said $1,000 per share, and with 305 million shares outstanding, that would give Chargepoint a market cap of 305 billion. But guys, I'm going to literally blow you away with my new price target after I've just seen what's been going on with this Climate Ambition Summit and how governments are just racing to go clean energy, and Chargepoint is going to be one of the big leaders in that movement, guys. So I think Chargepoint is going to be a $1 trillion company within this decade. Now, how am I going to back this up? Well, first of all, if you guys have been following any of my previous videos, you saw how Chargepoint was basically going to increase revenue substantially and hit a target of around, I'd say they said about $2 billion by 2025. But I think that target is way too conservative. And the reason why is let's just quickly look at what's been going on here. The stock is already up 280% in a few months, guys. Tesla went on a major run, but the thing about Tesla stock is simply that Tesla stock basically did most of its run up this year. So for years, Tesla stock was basically trading at like a low level. It was moving up a bit, but most of the growth came in 2020, during the whole pandemic situation. So Chargepoint, I think, is going to hit $1 trillion. There are going to be many stocks that hit $1 trillion this decade, right? You got Amazon. I mean, Amazon's already there. Tesla's on its way. Stocks like Disney, Netflix, big tech is going to get there. And I think Chargepoint has the possibility. I just can't imagine all of this kind of euphoria and all of this attention going towards reducing carbon emissions and climate change, and Chargepoint not being a huge catalyst from it. So it has everything, guys. It sells the software to companies. It also sells them the hardware as well. So they make money off the hardware, and then they make money from the software from the companies using it over and over. Chargepoint is everywhere in North America and Europe. If they expand to kind of underdeveloped countries as well, there's so much growth potential. And with the governments basically pushing towards stimulus packages, they're going to distribute more money into the global economy, which is going to reduce the value of the dollar, which is going to push stocks higher, guys. So I think a more realistic price target, I'm going to say it right now, guys, by 2030, I think Chargepoint's $1 trillion company. So assuming there's no more dilution or anything like that, that would put Chargepoint at just over $3,000 a share. So like I said, guys, that's what I think. I'd be really interested to see your comments about this, but I already have a nice position. Chargepoint is around 10% of my portfolio. But after seeing what took place this weekend, I'm going to have to add a lot more. This is a game changer. And I wouldn't be surprised if that in the next couple years or two, Chargepoint was not only my largest position, but my most profitable position. It really just seems like a no-brainer, guys. So I think selling at $37 per share for a company that could trade at $3,000 in the next several years, I think it's a little bit short-sighted, guys. And if you guys are starting out, a lot of you guys that are millennials or younger millennials, you guys are in your early 20s, you want to start thinking about stocks that you can put a lot of money into to pursue early retirement. So I know obviously Chargepoint probably won't pay a dividend, but if you guys can figure out a way to build up a portfolio when you're much younger, you have so much more freedom as you approach your 30s, 40s, and 50s. When you have a big pile of cash, and mainly let's be honest, guys, stocks is cash, right? Stocks are liquid. You can basically sell your stocks at any time and liquidate them for cash. When you have a big cash portfolio, it just opens up so many things for you. You're able to take hiatuses from work, switch careers. If you have family, you can move your family around anywhere. So these are the types of companies you want to look into. Sure, you can buy a stock like, say, Walmart, and that's a good stock, if you're looking for dividends and stuff like that. But if you're really trying to grow your portfolio and you're young, you want to go after no-brainer stocks like this, Chargepoint and things like that. These are type of stocks that are going to help you to retire early, guys. So that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on Chargepoint. Let's see what happens with the merger. If the merger closes, I'll be sure to update you guys. And if not, I'll just keep making videos. But full disclosure, I am a shareholder and I have around 10% of my entire portfolio. But looking on this dip, I'm going to show you guys where I'm thinking about adding to my stake. So to give you guys a quick update, so let's do a little bit short-term analysis. So it looks like there's a key support level right around $33. So I won't be buying more here because it looks like the price is going to dip down. I'm going to wait for this support level right around here. As you can see here, this is where a lot of buyers came in, and then the stock pushed up against resistance again, and then it broke back out. So around, I would say, $33 to $35 looks like a nice price point I'm going to dip back into, and I'm going to hopefully enjoy the run up to $3,000 in the long run. So that's it until next time, guys. If you enjoyed my video, please smash the like button and smash the red subscribe button to see more videos from me. And if you guys get my daily Stock Watch newsletter, I post it 5 to 10 stocks every Monday through Friday. Be sure to click the link in the description below or go to investortrip.com/newsletter to receive that. So that's until next time, guys. Take care.